Hello and welcome to my very first project as a Citrus Twist Kits design team member for January 2017. This is called Hello 2017. So the first idea I had here, you can see me moving around these little leaf branch tendrils, and I had a new Fisker's punch. And so I just went through the kit and picked out the papers that I wanted to feature here. I'm using the aqua and pink. That branch I'm moving around now is the pink dotty paper you see on the left, and the nice golden yellow. So what I did before, and I did that off camera, was I stitched down 3 wavy lines from the top left down the side of the page here. And so that is where I'm going to be placing all of these tendrils here, the little leaf branchy thingies. And there's the punch I just showed you. And I added quite a bit of white over some of the pattern paper pieces just to give a lot of layers here and create some interest. So I'm using my fine-tipped bottle of Scotch Quick Dry, and then some of the pieces I'm going to use foam adhesive to get them up off the page. And you'll notice that I'm bending up some of the leafy bits so that they are up off the page a little bit, and it creates. And these are some of the die cut pieces. These are the exclusive Citrus Twist Kits die cut pieces made by Pink Fresh Studio here. And so that photo frame and the favorites ticket piece. And I love the wood veneer that come in the kit here because they're super thin, so they don't bulk up your page up like the traditional thick wood veneer. These are nice and thin, which also means they're easier to adhere to the page. So I just use the Scotch Quick Dry. And here I'm introducing a title. I really love this font, and I like that it kind of goes with the swirly leaf pattern. So I'm just trying that out on the page to see if I will like that. And here's kind of the color scheme was based off of the photo, but you'll see in the end I end up switching photos. There's the Citrus Twist Kits exclusive die cut package, and that triangle is from this package. And so I'll put 1 triangle at the bottom right here, and then 2 more triangles at the top left. Kind of at the top where all of these leafy branches start kind of growing from the top left of the page. There they are, 2 more. I'll use the aqua and the yellow floral pattern paper. I'm just going to layer them, trying to keep the embellishment clusters kind of sort of concentrated in this area here. I just want to make sure that I get it even with the top of the page. And I really like that these little pattern bits, they add some more interest with the different patterns, but it continues with the same colors. So I still have the aqua, the gold, and the pink, a little bit of the pink. I'm just placing the second triangle or third triangle up on foam dots so that it looks like the leafy branches are coming out from under that. And you see I got the wood veneer die cut package here. I'm going to try out several of these wood veneer on the page. I'm just trying to get the placement of this one. And actually that's how I got the idea for the page, was once I saw these little wood veneer leafy bits, I really wanted to also use my punch to emphasize that shape. And about here is where I realize I'm going to try these yellow acrylic hearts. These are really nice. I like the color. And then I go back into the little wood veneer bag, and there's a lot of these little hearts in different sizes. So I'm going to add these to the left here, kind of falling down from the left. And I like how the wood adds a different texture in this area where all the pattern paper and the punched pieces are. And here I decide I want to add a little tiny bit of ink splotches, ink splatters, whatever you want to call them. And that's just some of the packaging. You know how your scrapbook supplies comes with this packaging and the cardboard and the plastic, and I just use that as sort of a spray mat so that I don't have to clean it off. And I'm just splatting around where the leafy bits are and at the bottom left of where the photo's going to go here. Just trying to get a little tiny splashes. And I ended up using the Heidi Swap teal because when it dried it was just the perfect shade. So here I'm using some more of the die cuts. And there's my photo. I switched to this photo. I like that it has the little leafy branch that I just pointed to in the bottom left. So it kind of ties in with the motif that we're using here. So now we begin piling everything, little bits and bobs and little pattern pieces. I'll just pile them around the photo. I decide to put it says keep calm and drink coffee. So I'm going to put that little label die cut at the bottom over the triangle there. I'm just trying out. I like to pour out quite a few of the die cuts and then I'll just keep trying out little pieces until I find what I like. Get out the stamp set that's included in the main scrapbook kit. And I love the little stamp set because it has the 2017 and lots of little cute phrases. So I'm going to use the labels that come in the die cut pack, and I'll be stamping in some aqua ink. And I'll stamp the 2017 and then Why Stop Dreaming. So I'm just looking for the placement to make sure it'll fit. What I want to stamp on here will fit on the label. And here's where I get the idea that I can use the circle stamp. It's an open circle. So I'm going to use it kind of in place of how you would a coffee stain. But I'm going to use it with the aqua ink. And I'm trying it on a scratch piece of paper here, the one that I tried my mist colors on. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to stamp 2 down here in the aqua ink, just kind of overlapping. And then I'm going to try to decide where to put a 3rd stamp. I'm trying several places on the page and I realize I want to put it under that triangle up there. You can barely see it, but you can see it in the ending photo better. And then I'll use the same stamping block and use the phrase here that I want to use, and it says, "Why stop dreaming?" And I'll just use the same aqua color of ink. I kind of didn't want it, I would have used black, but I kind of wanted a softer color here. So it says, "Why stop dreaming?" And then I'm going to put the 2017 at the beginning here of that same label. There we go. And they stamp really cleanly. It doesn't show up on camera, but it stamps really well. These are good quality stamps. And then I'm going to just pile on the rest of the die cuts and place everything where I want it here. I like to get out a lot of items, and then I'll just edit them out and take away if it seems like there's too much on the page. Which I really like that Enjoy title, but I really liked it on the page, but I think I had too many other items already on the page and I ran out of room. I just wanted to leave enough breathing space on the page, so I will end up changing that title out for the wood veneer that says Hello 2017. And I just wanted to keep the page nice and light feeling. And I'll use the typewriter in the photo to create the journaling. I'll just type on some strips of white paper and I'll end up placing them on the left side where the leafy bits are. And I'll just kind of drip them down the left side of the page following the vines, so that it doesn't take up as much visual space as if I tried to add them in the middle of the page somewhere. And I like that aqua ticket. It just highlights the color of the aqua mug. And it just felt like, it seems like almost like you're telling a little story when I find the right photo and the leafy bits. So I just get the idea my journaling is going to be about 2017. I'm going to keep learning, keep growing, and keep loving. And so that little die cut at the bottom that says "Keep calm and drink coffee" is sort of where I got the idea to use the keep in my journaling. So I like how that falls into place sometimes. It's just like serendipity. And I really like the exclusive little tiny doily that I just placed there. It kind of softens the edge of the die cut and kind of connects. Since I have a space between the top die cuts and the bottom die cuts, I like the fact that the doily kind of connects those. So it all seems like one layered piece. And the other good thing about these little die cuts are that we have so many labels, so that I can tuck those bits and the labels in under and they look like more layers. And you'll see that's what I'm going to do in a little bit here. I'm going to add the photo and then I'll get the label printout sheet from the main kit. And I try out some tissue, 2 layers of white tissue here behind the photo. I think it looks fine in the video, but in person I thought it was just too much, too many things. So I just took it off. Look how tiny that doily is, it's so cute. And one of the things I love about working with kits like this is that I try to connect the items, like I'm connecting the pattern paper with the punch pieces and kind of reinforcing that. And then I also like to connect it by using the stamps. And to me, that's what's fun about belonging to a kit club, is you get lots of different things that you might not pick and place together on your own, but it helps you to create the story that you want to tell on your pages. So here I'm just lifting up and adding some adhesive so I don't have to try to replace everything. And I'm lifting that doily up a little bit off the page. And I'll stick the little leafy bits back under there with some glue. You can see I've taken out the pink label. I'm going to try out another few of the die cuts just to create some layers here on the right side of the photo. And I said goodbye, but then I realized I can use this printout label sheet from Citrus Twist Kits in the main kit. And I'm going to cut out some of the labels here, and I like to use these for layering because it looks like you have more layers, but you're just sticking the labels under, so it creates the illusion that you have more layers than you do. So I like that. So I'll use a pink one, and then I'll cut 2 more labels off of this sheet. And I don't show it, it's not on the process video, but at the end, the still shots at the end of this video, you can see close up where I put the typed journaling strips on the left. And then you can also see where I put the little wood veneer title under the photo there in the final. So I'll cut out the aqua and yellow label here. So thank you so much for joining me for my very first Citrus Twist Kits design team process video. I had a lot of fun using the January main kit. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer those. Here are the still photos. You can see a close-up of how I included the wood veneer title. And thank you so much for joining me. Glad to have you here. Bye.